Okay, somebody answered the question, and I'm going to answer it as right away as I possibly can. They wanted to see this watt meter down here, which I got it plugged into. And I wanted to show that because that's very interesting. Because you see how that's going up and down? And this says it's pulling in 12 volts, but the amps is fluctuating. That means, and I know why that's doing that. It's because the battery is saying it is empty and it's trying to keep up. Okay? So, right now, that was kind of the highest it was going out of this battery here. See that there's that 3 amps right there, at 3 amps, and then it's dropping that back down. That's why I hear this thing ramping up and then dropping back down, and that's the tie grid, which I'll show you in a minute. But because it's doing that, so let's take a little bit of time. Let's first go over here and look at this. That's 680 watts it's putting back into this grid at 42 watts. If that battery gets charged, that goes up higher. But let's see. Let's take our time and just say this is the cord to the thing, to the power supply. Let's slow down. I'm still trying to go fast. This right here is to the power supply. Let's take it and look at the wattage. As you see, 25.2, 92. There go 9. There go 21, 76, 103. That was the highest so far. Okay, 113. So you see it fluctuating. Okay. So we follow this up. Let's go over here. We know it's going around over here and then up into this. And far as the power supply, it says that it's 12.1. That's going, well, it dropped down to 11, but it's pretty much steady on there. But what's fluctuating real badly is this right here. See, 2, 3, 7, 5. It's just fluctuating. Now I'm heating something up, so I'm turning it down because I'm putting way too much power into this. So I started smelling smoke. So that was overheating because it was jimmied wrong. I just turned everything off because I had a fast switch. These wires are not that hot. Surprisingly, these wires are not that hot. This water is very hot. That means it's probably got a lot of aluminum in it. And these wires up here are extremely hot. Okay. But we got our reading. So I don't care. So we're down to 4 volts. I'm saying watts. 4 volts. And that's basically off. I'm going to pull the battery. But, okay. We got a reading. I don't care about everything else. And basically, that is too big to be pumping into this right here at 600 watts of power. This is cool. This is all right and cool. And the battery charger is okay. So what I need to do is, one, I need to change the battery out. Okay, that's what I need to do. So get rid of this battery. I don't really need to get this up that far. But what I'm going to do is get bigger cords. Take this, okay? Take this wires and attach it to this battery through the solar in this. That's all I'm going to do. So right about right here is where I'm going to hook the solar into that, because it is DC. So where I got it hooked into here, it'll be DC. and it will be this thing right here. And remember, this thing right here is just a boost from 12 volts. Boost it up with this, and then put it into this thing right here. Since this is a DC to DC, it'll go into the solar part, and then this right here at nighttime, because it's nighttime now, that's why there's nothing happening here, will kick in and start charging this battery at nighttime. And this will be at 12 volts like you seen last time. Right now it's at 6 because I still got it on. And 6 volts, it says right here 1. Let's see if we get it. 1.1. But up here, because there's no amps, remember it's 6 times amps, so it's no amps. So it's less than a watt, 1 watt coming into this. That's just about right. Okay, so I'm going to pull this, turn all that off. Okay, so we had a bit of a meltdown. Let's see our little meltdown. That's a bit of a meltdown. Can I get a good shot of that? And it's definitely got a smell. Okay. So we had this little small meltdown because we definitely pumped a lot of energy. So the question is, can I take 12 volts from the grid? This is the grid. Step it up from this right here. Step it up here. Put it through this charge controller. And then put it into the battery. And then the battery puts that directly over here, put it back into the grid, and have more power going into the grid than I'm taking out of the grid. Now, I was going to put a watt meter on there. I forgot because I was rushing, but we'll do it next time when I do the video again. And this time I'm going to put it into this right here and the solar part, put it into these batteries, and just do the same thing. Have this one, but it'll turn this one on. Let me see if I can get it, which is off right now. It's actually attached to this, and this is on timer. So when the sun comes out in the morning, this timer turns on and turns off when I want it to. Okay, so, whoo, when you do that and you hit your panic button and everything get all jittered up. But the whole point is that I had to answer the question scientifically. Can we take the energy from the grid, step it up, put it back into the grid with the tie grid, and save energy? Can we do that? Can that be manipulated? Because if you can, that is a full circle. No matter how you do it, this grid, this tie grid right here, puts this back into AC and it ties into the grid. But if it's getting from the energy from, this, then we should be able to step it up. And then that energy is going back in here, like you see, 600 watts, okay, is going back into the grid. And that was not what it was saying on there. 100 and something watts was coming out and 6 of it was going back in. If you go back and look, we're answering the question. Can I step up my electricity and put it back in? Thanks for answering that question. That's what I asked for. You were the first persons. I wanted to do this video right away, part 2. Thank you very much. And we're going to call that the end of this video while I have to redo some stuff. And I know this looks like a total mess because I'm always experimenting. I'm always getting wires, anything. But that's how we learn. Okay? So right now, everything is off. Everything is safe. And everything is unplugged. All right, man. Answer the questions, man. That's how we're going to find out how to do stuff they really don't want us to know. I'm out. Make good comments. Do not ridicule. Thank you.